Dearly beloved, ladies and gentlemen, children of God, welcome to part 3 of episode 96 of our Bible reading journey. This is the Bible reading challenge, 365 days Bible reading challenge. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be episode 129 for you, and I believe the journey is continuing on well. This is part 3. We have already done two parts of this episode of today. Today we are reading Judges 19, Judges 20, and Judges 21. Today we are finishing with the book of Judges. Tomorrow we start a new book, and so we are now in Judges 20 and verses 18. Just a recap, we are reading about a Levite that went to get a concubine that had ran away from him after she had cheated on him. So she ran away to her father's house, and the Levite went to get her from her father's house. And when he went there, he had planned to stay there for 3 days. But the father, weighed in on him and told him to stay longer, and treated him to stay on longer. And he kept staying until at some point he said, "No, I cannot stay any longer. I have to go home." And as they went, night catches them on the way. Him, his two donkeys, his servant, and the concubine now that he had gone to get. And so he decides to sleep along the way, to lodge along the way, to get a place where he can sleep over the night. And the servant suggests that they sleep in Jerusalem. The Jerusalem back then was inhabited by the Jebusites, but the man says, "We will not," because Jebusites were not Israelites, but they lived in Jerusalem. They were part of the tribes of Canaan that the children of Israel did not drive out. So the man says, "No, I cannot sleep in a stranger's house, so we have to go among our brethren." And so they walk and they will go up to Gibeah. Gibeah back then was inhabited by the Benjamites, and the Benjamites, or the people of that place in Gibeah, refused to host him. But then a man from Ephraim comes and hosts him. But at night, as they are eating and drinking, a certain man of the tribe of Gibeah, from a family of a person called Berial, his sons, I believe, they came and wanted to rape the man and the man and his servant. But the host, the Ephraimite, begs with them and even tells them, "Take my daughter, who is a virgin. Take the man's concubine." And they could not. They said they want the man. And I was pointing out that this is the same thing that was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. But then the man, after seeing that these men are so mad and they won't stop at nothing, he gives them his concubine. And the Bible tells us that they raped her and abused her all night until she died. And so the man goes away with his concubine and goes home. And on reaching home, I don't know what came over him, but he took a knife and divided the concubine into 12 pieces and sent the pieces all over Israel. And now the whole of Israel gathered, because now this was an abomination. This is something unheard of. So they gathered to know, why has this happened? And so the man comes and tells them the story of what happened to him in Gibeah. And now the children of Israel gather to fight against Benjamin. But before they fight against Benjamin, remember there is a law in Israel that you should not fight against your brother. So they decide to try peace. So they tell the Benjamites, "Bring the sons of Belial, bring the children of Belial, so that we may kill them and we will not fight you." But the Benjamites decide to fight them instead. They say they will not, instead of giving over the children of Belial, they decide to fight these people. Now, that is where we are, that the war is about to begin, of children of Israel against children of Israel. Remember, the children of Israel are right now worshiping other gods. They are not really following God. We have just come from reading about Micah and his gods, and the tribe of Dan that was worshiping a certain graven image, and so on. So I believe this is a scheme by God, that the children of Israel should fight against each other. But let's read on. Verse 18, the Bible says, "And the children of Israel arose and went up to the house of God and asked counsel of God, and said, Which of us shall go first to battle against the children of Benjamin? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up first. And the children of Israel rose up in the morning and encamped against Gibeah. And the men of Israel went out to battle against Benjamin. And the men of Israel put themselves in array to fight against them at Gibeah. And the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah and destroyed down to the ground of the Israelites that day 22,000 men. Imagine that. Even if God has told the children of Israel to go and fight the Benjamites prevail against the children of Israel. And remember, the Benjamites are lesser than the children of Israel. The children of Israel, their army is about 460,000 men. The children of Benjamin, their army is about 26,000 or 25,000 or thereabout. But they beat the army of Israel. Verse 22. Because I'm saying this because I need you to see something, and I believe this is the lesson behind what we are reading. Verse 22. They will try another time. And the people, the men of Israel, encouraged themselves and set their battle again in array, in the place where they put themselves in array in the first day. And the children of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until evening, and asked counsel of the Lord, saying, shall I go up again to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother? And the Lord said, go up against him. Again, God tells them, go and fight them. And the children of Israel came near against the children of Benjamin the second day. And the children of Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah the second day, and destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel again 18,000 men. All these drew the sword. The second day they were beaten, even after God told them to go to war. Verse number 26. There's something we need to learn from this. Verse number 26. Then all the children of Israel and all the people went up and came unto the house of God, and wept, and sat there before the Lord, and fasted that day until even, and offered burnt offerings and peace offering before the Lord. And the children of Israel inquired of the Lord, for the ark of the covenant of God was there in those days, and Phinehas the son of Eleazar the son of Aaron stood before it in those days, saying, shall I yet again go out to battle against the children of Benjamin my brother, or shall I cease? And the Lord said, go up, for tomorrow I will deliver them into thine hands. Or into thine hand. So another detail that we are given is that now Phinehas is the priest after Eleazar. Eleazar is dead, so Phinehas is now the priest. So that's a detail that we get in the book of Judges. Now verse 29, the Bible says, and the children and Israel set liers in wait around about Gibeah, and the children of Israel went up against the children of Benjamin on the third day, and put themselves in array against Gibeah as at other times. And the children of Benjamin went out against the people, and were drawn away from the city, and they began to smite of the people, and kill as at other times in the highways, of which one goeth up to the house of God, and the other to Gibeah in the field, about 30 men of Israel. So that day they killed about 30 men of Israel. And the children of Benjamin said, they are smitten down before us as at the first. But the children of Israel said, let us flee and draw them from the city unto the highways. And all the men of Israel rose up out of their place, and put themselves in array at Bar-Tamar. And the liers in wait of Israel came forth out of their places, even out of the meadows of Gibeah. And there came against Gibeah 10,000 chosen men out of all Israel, and the battle was sore, but they knew not that evil was near them. And the Lord smote Benjamin before Israel, and the children of Israel destroyed the Benjamites that day 25,100 men. All these drew the sword. So the children of Benjamin saw that they were smitten, for the men of Israel gave place to the Benjamites, because they trusted unto the liers in wait, which they had set beside Gibeah. And the liers in wait hasted and rushed upon Gibeah, and the liers in wait drew themselves along and smote all the city with the edge of the sword. Now there was an appointed sign between the men of Israel and the liers in wait, that they should make a great flame with smoke rise up out of the city. And when the men of Israel retired in the battle, Benjamin began to smite and kill of the men of Israel about 30 persons, for they said, surely they are smitten down before us as in the first battle. But when the flame began to rise up out of the city with a pillar of smoke, and the Benjamites looked behind them, and behold, the flame of the city ascended up to heaven. And when the men of Israel turned again, the men of Benjamin were amazed, for they saw that evil was come upon them. Therefore they turned their backs. Therefore they turned their backs before the men of Israel unto the way of the wilderness, but the battle overtook them, and them which came out of the cities they destroyed in the midst of them. Thus they enclosed the Benjamites round about, and chased them, and trod them down with ease over against Gibeah toward the sun rising. And there fell of Benjamin 18,000 men. All these were men of valor. And they turned and fled toward the wilderness into the rock of Rimmon, and they gleaned of them in the highways 5,000 men, and pursued hard after them unto Gidon, and slew 2,000 men of them, so that all which fell that day of Benjamin were 25,000 men that drew sword. All these were men of valor. Verse 47, but 600 men turned and fled to the wilderness unto the rock of Rimmon, and abode in the rock Rimmon 4 months. Verse 48, which is the last verse of Judges 20, and this is where we are going to put a pause for this third segment. And the men of Israel turned again upon the children of Benjamin, and smote them with the edge of the sword, as well as the men of every city as the beast, and all that came to hand. Also they set on fire all the cities that they came to. We put a pause at this point. When we come back for the fourth part, we will go to read Judges 21 as we finish the book of Judges. God bless you.